Hi, I'm Autumn. I am a full-time working mom, a licensed esthetician, and a makeup artist. And I just love makeup. It is my hobby, it's my passion, and I love foundation. I'm almost a foundation hoarder, but I do get rid of the ones that I don't like. And today I'm going to be doing a first impressions and review of the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation, as well as the primer, which is the Spotlight Illuminating Primer. All right, I'll let you know what I think. So first I'm going to tell you what Physicians Formula says about the product. The Spotlight Illuminating Primer. It's a universally flattering illuminating primer that blurs, corrects, and protects to deliver a radiant spotlight glow. It's enriched with antioxidants and age-refining actives to protect the skin against environmental aggressors. Optical blurring agents and 5 unique filtering pearls improve the appearance of skin tone, making the complexion radiant and bright. Most, if not all, of Physician Formula's products are hypoallergenic, fragrance-free, paraben-free, gluten-free, dermatologist-tested, clinically tested, and cruelty-free. So now onto the foundation. The Healthy Foundation SPF 20 is a long-wearing, buildable, and breathable foundation that provides lightweight, medium to full coverage with a healthy satin finish. Okay, lightweight, medium to full coverage. Okay, it's medium to full coverage, but it's supposed to feel lightweight. I get it. Compatible with all skin types and featuring our exclusive brightening complex and hyaluronic acid to hydrate, brighten, and improve the appearance of the skin tone. Added boost of vitamin A and C and E provides a flawless, healthy coverage. The foundation, unlike the primer, says that it's non-comedogenic, which basically means it should not break you out. Now, previously, I have not had luck with Physicians Formula foundation. They have always been too dark for me. I absolutely love Physicians Formula as a company. They are most popular for their bronzers, and they're actually famous for the butter bronzer. The Healthy Foundation has skin tone ranging from light, medium, dark, and deep. It also has undertone options of cool, warm, and neutral. So for instance, I bought the light warm, which is gonna have a yellowy undertone. So we're just gonna see how everything applies and how it wears. So I'm gonna put everything on. So first I'm gonna try the primer. I've already put it on the back of my hand, and you can see that it is very shimmery and light reflecting. Okay, it's definitely shimmery and shiny. That can go away as it dries down. And we'll see how much shows through the foundation. Obviously, if you're gonna put a radiant or illuminating primer on, the point is for it to make your foundation look radiant and illuminating. So we'll see. I did a very light layer, so I'm actually gonna do a little bit more. Just to make sure I have plenty on to really evaluate it. So my skin type is dry and dehydrated. I have dry, flaky patches. And so in a foundation, I look for something that is not going to emphasize my dry patches. And then I also look for a foundation that is not going to oxidize once it sets or when it wears throughout the day. What that means is that your foundation is going to look possibly the perfect color right when you apply it, but then as soon as it sets and gets exposed to the air, it is going to darken. I have to be really careful for that with such fair skin, so I always evaluate that with new foundations as well. So I'm gonna do this half of my face with a foundation brush and this half with a damp beauty blender. So I actually prefer to do my foundations with a damp beauty blender, but most people use a brush, so I definitely want to see how it applies with a brush. So far, I think that it's a pretty good color match right now. It definitely doesn't seem too dark. Okay, this side I'm going to use a damp beauty blender. A beauty blender absorbs more product and it actually shears a foundation out. So right off the bat, the side with the foundation is much thicker, more medium to full coverage. The side with the beauty blender is definitely light coverage. Issue with the side with the brush, the texture. I can see it on my skin. I can see it sitting on my skin. It hasn't blended in. The side with the beauty blender, although it is a lighter coverage, it's just blended in seamlessly with my skin. So I'm gonna do another layer with the side with the beauty blender. I would rather have something that just sits on the skin better and doesn't show a lot of texture and have to do 2 layers. I wash my sponges with dish soap, and then I spray it down with alcohol, and then I wash it again with dish soap. However, because I have a cold sore, I'll be throwing this one away. I don't want to risk it, and this one's kind of on the last leg anyway. So I am going to continue with the rest of my makeup, see how everything applies. By then my foundation will be completely set, and hopefully I'll be able to see if it's going to oxidize. For concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Fair. I'm also going to put it on my eyelids to act as an eyeshadow primer. For powder, I'm going to use the Milani Prep Set and Glow, doing it under my eyes first and then over my whole face to set my foundation. For bronzer, I'm using the Physician Formula Butter Bronzer. They have 2 shades, a light and a dark, and although I'm very fair, I'm actually using the dark shade and I love it. For blush, I use the Balm Hot Mama. It's a really pretty blush. I always set my face with Urban Decay Chill Setting Mist. So I'm going to do that. I'm filling in my brows with the Pinnacle Brow Powder. I'm going to use the Physician Formula Butter Bronzer for eyeshadow. It's the perfect color for a transition color in your crease. I'm going to use the Maybelline Lash Discovery Waterproof Mascara. I have the rest of my makeup complete, and so far I'm really liking it. Super pleased. I can tell when a foundation is going to emphasize my dry patches right away, and this is not. There is no flakiness on my nose. There's no flakiness on my chin. Some foundations, as soon as it dries and sets, that flakiness will come out. So first of all, that's a huge plus. In regards to oxidizing, nothing too big a deal. It might have oxidized a tiny bit, but I just applied a little bit more bronzer to my neck and décolleté, and now it's completely even. Even the side with the brush that I thought had a lot of texture right at the beginning, now that the rest of my makeup is on, I don't think it's an issue at all. The side with the Beauty Blender, I still do prefer, but for those of you that use a foundation brush, it turns out just fine. So right now I'm really enjoying it. Pleased with the undertone. It's definitely a warm, light undertone. I'm pleased with the fact that it has not oxidized significant amounts. And then I'm also pleased that it hasn't stirred up any of my dry patches. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna check in, let you guys know an update on what I think, and let you guys see how it's worn throughout the day. All right, I'll see you guys at the end of the day. Okay, it's the very end of the night, and I still really like the foundation. I think that it wore really well throughout the day, and it does exactly what Physician Formula says it's gonna do. It is definitely medium to full coverage. It covered my hyperpigmentation and my red splotchy areas. And it's lightweight. I did not feel it on my skin at all today. It did not stir up my dry patches on my nose or my chin, which I was really worried about. So that is just icing on the cake. So overall, I liked it and I do recommend it. And right now, it is bedtime for us. Mwah.